Hey, it's Joe from Consumer Rates, and today I have with me the Celsius Playa Vibe Sparkling Pina Colada Edition, which is a bit of a mouthful, but I like the Playa Vibe thing going on. Playa Vibe. It's a new flavor of Celsius energy drink that came out early this year in 2025, and as its name suggests, it's meant to taste like pina colada. It's a drink that's a mixture between pineapple juice and coconut cream. I'm actually generally not a fan of the pina colada flavored stuff, candies, drinks, and whatnot, but I think Celsius did something really special with this drink. Ooh, sorry to interrupt myself here, but it's disclosure time. This video is not sponsored. I bought the products in this video with my own funds. All the opinions and commentary about here are my own, and no one, other than yours truly, has reviewed the contents of this video prior to its posting on YouTube. And with that out of the way, let's get back to the video. Starting with the design of the can, Celsius doesn't really tend to do anything really fancy with their cans. It's a white and silver can design with a Celsius logo in the middle of the can, some marketing talk on the side of the can, and a nutrition label on the back. And since it's a carbonated drink, the top of the can is this black color. The only unique thing with this can is probably the middle of it, with its graphic design having a dark greenish color, as well as the Playa Vibe flavor graphic thing going for it. There's also a beach as well as an ocean type graphical presentation here, which is appropriate for a pina colada flavor because I think you enjoy those types of drinks on a beach. I don't know, I don't really go to a beach. And it's a very similar thing with the ingredients, nothing too unusual here as well. Carbonated filtered water, taurine, citric acid, green tea extract, guarana seed extract, natural flavor, ginger root, etc., some vitamin C and vitamin Bs. Nothing really too unusual as far as the components inside the energy drink goes. Each 12 fluid ounce can comes with 10 calories, 0 carbohydrates, and 0 sugar. Very nice for people who need that. And every can also comes with 200 milligrams of caffeine. FDA generally recommends that adults consume up to 400 milligrams of caffeine in a typical day. So 200 milligrams, that's about half of that amount. But that's just as far as the can. The actual drink-wise, that's where I think Celsius really nailed it with this drink. Upon opening the can, you're greeted with a very pineapple-y and creamy sweet smell, which is a weird description, but it's the best that I could come up with. And as you can see, when the drink is poured into a cup, not that many people will drink energy drinks like this, the drink has a light golden yellow color to it. Not a huge fan of this, since I would prefer that energy drink companies get away from using food coloring and generally coloring their drinks in a way that can really stain the teeth. And it's one thing, and I'd be willing to forgive this drink if it was a little bit more of a milky color, sort of like how the Rockstar Boom Pina Colada had done it. But for whatever reason, it's a very golden yellow color, which I don't think is very representative of Pina Colada. The color of the drink aside, the taste is surprisingly well balanced and delicious. I believe that a really good pina colada is one that can really balance out the creamy coconut sweetness as well as the pineapple juice sourness. I think a lot of these pina colada flavored goods, candies, drinks, whatever, tend to be like a mixture where one component ends up really overwhelming the other. And it's usually creamy coconut flavor component that really ends up overwhelming the other flavors. So you get something that's pina colada flavored, but in reality it's creamy coconut flavored with a hint of pineapple, when I think the drink itself can be, if done correctly, can be well balanced between creamy coconut and pineapple juice. And the thing about what Celsius did with this drink is they really nailed that balance. When you drink it, you're not just getting the creamy coconut with a hint of pineapple, you're getting both components, and both components come through really well when you're drinking this thing, and it's just, it's such well done in a way that I haven't seen others do when trying to make pina colada flavored goods. Striking this right balance alongside Celsius's tendency not to really make really bold flavored drinks really makes this a very light and refreshing pina colada experience, which I personally like. So flavor-wise, really well done, Celsius. I'm very impressed here. Now, in regards to the effectiveness of the drink does as well as every other Celsius energy drink out there. The caffeine kicks in pretty quickly after the first few sips, and the energy crash is pretty mellow as well. This is partially a result of the fact that Celsius tends to use more natural caffeine sources like guarana seed extract or green tea extract. All of this is based on my personal experience though, so your experience may of course vary. So, conclusions. I am giving this energy drink a rating of 9 out of 10. The Celsius energy drink experience, like usual, tends to get really high points from me. I think its effectiveness is pretty good. And the fact that they really nailed the pina colada flavor, in my opinion, really means that it gets extra points in my mind. The only area where I would say it loses points for me was the coloring of the drink. If it didn't have any colors, this thing would get 10 out of 10, but the fact that it was this weird yellow color, not good in my mind. Other than that nitpick though, I would say that this drink is a very solid experience, 9 out of 10.